So I like to eat, and my free time I like to relax. Well, I kind of lead a pretty boring life as a doctor. I think I just spend a lot of time in the hospital, talking to people, talking to patients. In the evenings, I go home where I'm pretty tired, and then I look forward to dinner, and then I eat, and then I watch some Netflix, and then after that, maybe hang around my kids for a while, and I fall asleep. And then the thing repeats itself again the next day. Yeah. But off and on, when I have got time, then I engage in some sports where I get a bit of stress release. Probably the endurance sports are the things which I do most of the time. I just go out and I run. Tend to try to run because it gives me the impression I'm running away from work, but then I return back to the same place. So yeah, that's about my life in a nutshell. Watching Vincenzo, it's like damn cool, man. Every time he takes out that lighter, I feel like buying myself a lighter also.
Sister just finished that show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she says it's really good.
Yeah, I've got like 3 episodes more to go. Yeah, it's going to climax soon. It's a pretty funny show.
Yeah, she was hooked all the way to the end.
Okay, yeah. Not really, I've only ever watched one medical show. That was this thing called Chicago Hope, and that was probably the very first medical drama series that was broadcast. It came way before Grey's Anatomy and way before like ER and all the other stuff. And I watched that when I was like studying and I was thinking of becoming a doctor. And I thought that, wow, it's really incredible that all the doctors are so cool and the staff nurses are so beautiful and they kind of like worship the doctors. So I thought, okay, that's a very, very good profession to go into. Then I went into the profession and I realized that no, staff nurses treat doctors like crap. And you get bullied when you are very junior. You get asked to do all sorts of funny things, and but then again, you learn how to respect the senior people who have been doing the job for a very long time, and then you get to know that actually looks aren't everything. Yeah, reliability and ability to trust your teammates are even more important than just looks. So after that, I realized that all these things are actually Hollywood. So I stopped watching it. This is going to like review my ancient age. I was a house officer in 1999, and then I left for private in 2018. So during that whole period, I was in public service. Yeah, and but I wasn't totally just in government hospital because half the time I spent in the military.
And also one more thing is that because when I was in the hospital, like orthopedic surgeons, they always come in super early. Like I know they come in for their rounds at like 6 a.m.
Right.
So they're usually done by 7.
But which hospital were you in?
Both Xianling and I were at critic.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay. That is a pretty good hospital, and it means that you are very young as well because critic was only recently opened.
Yes, that's right.
In public practice, I think there's a huge volume of patients. There are a lot of people that come in and they speak to you about a whole variety of different problems. You cannot say that I only choose to focus on lower limbs or I only choose to focus on a particular aspect because there are just so many patients and the demand is very great, and you need to look at every other part of the body as well. But in private practice, I think the load is not so heavy. You have got time to spend a little bit more time speaking to the patient, understanding their problems. You also have a bit more choice of deciding that, I think I would prefer to emphasize on the knee as my main practice, or on the lower limb, or on a particular sports injuries. And so you can get to delve a little bit deeper into that particular field, the subspecialty area. So I think that's the main big difference. Although like in public practice, I am really subspecialized in the knee, but I still have to do everything else from upper limb, shoulders, trauma, degeneration, everything that comes in, you have to deal with it, because it's just that you don't have the luxury of picking and choosing a particular thing, which is also good because it grounds most people that have gone through the public service in pretty good basics in the general orthopedic fields. I enjoy myself in private because I get a better opportunity and a longer time to be able to understand my patients, hear their problems. And sometimes they might come in with a knee issue, but then they start telling me about their children's problems and all that as well, which is also quite fun. Yeah, because then I can empathize. I got children myself. These days I wear scrubs all the time. No, it's like my basic. Whether or not I go to work, I also wear scrubs because it's not expensive. It doesn't require very much maintenance. I don't have to iron the damn thing. I just throw it to the washing machine. It comes out. Then it's all crumpled. Then you hang it up. Then magically the creases just go away. So it's got very little maintenance requirements. And every year I'm provided with new scrubs. So even if I wear it out or I tear it or I soil it, I just throw it away at the end of the year and get a new pair of scrubs. This is like my favorite, my favorite kind of wear nowadays. A lot of people who go out now in scrubs. I remember during SARS, right, the last time they had like a semi-mini, it's not even a pandemic, but mini outbreak. What happened was that we were told all not to wear ties because the ties can actually get the virus to go on. We might inadvertently spread all these things. Then later on, we were told to wear gowns to protect ourselves. Yeah, and then the gowns on top of formal wear became very warm. So then we changed to scrubs, and then once we changed to scrubs, I guess that was what was the year? I think 2005 was it? Yeah. So it was maybe during that time where everybody started to use scrubs and from then on, the trend never stopped. We just continue using scrubs all the time. Hospitals will provide for it and we just wear it. The best thing is we don't have to do laundry because the hospitals will wash it for us. Well, I'll be pretty frank with them that doctor's life is pretty hard. I think there are a lot of other very fulfilling professions that I didn't know of when I was growing up. So it never actually made me consider going into like finance or these days there are so many other fields which are important and growing like artificial intelligence, programming and stuff, which I think are very interesting. And I think given a chance again, if I were to evaluate all my options, I may or may not have chosen this profession again. Not to say that I regret choosing this profession. I find a lot of fulfillment in what I do. But it's just that as a manner of consideration of the kind of options that you can do, like every time when I speak to my patients, I will tell them that it's not just one choice. There's a recommended choice, but there's a whole other variety of things that you should think about it, and you check whether or not that particular choice is most suitable for you. So the short answer is yes, I would encourage them if they really want to be a doctor, but whether they really want to be a doctor or not is something that they have to find out for themselves. And I think as a parent, I will tell them that there are a lot more fulfilling jobs than what I know, because I only know one, to me it's fulfilling. I think if you're given a choice, you should actually pick something which is suitable for yourself and not just think that I just want to follow what my dad does because he's pretty cool and he likes to eat a lot. Yeah. Oh no, my parents were both teachers, man. Yeah, it's also one thing I knew I didn't want to do was at least I didn't want to teach. And I didn't want to teach in a primary school because I thought it was very stressful for my parents both to have to handle kids a whole day long, then come back and then have me running around like another lunatic. So I thought that I think I can't be a teacher. Yeah, I can't be a primary school teacher especially. Yeah. There's this joke about orthopedic surgeons that we are not the brightest people around. We kind of like carpenters. We get a hammer and then after that we just nail things around. And we dash things together and we kind of saw and fix things. Yeah. So the short joke is that yes, I chose that because it didn't require too much memory work. It just it's got more hands-on stuff. Yeah. But the long story is more like I understood the subject a bit better because I was good at physics and I can understand forces and I can understand how things interact, the strain and the stress and all that. And it's most applicable in orthopedics because the way you fix a fracture, the way the bone grows, the way you change the mechanism of the joint and all that. It's got surprisingly a lot to do with physics, and I kind of understand. So it spoke to me, and I felt most at home with that subject. That's really why I picked orthopedics.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your regular dose of Asian health information.